Hey everybody, I just finished installing my Explorer steering rack that I used to have on my 5-liter Ranger. Obviously, if I have a 5-liter in there that's from an Explorer, the power steering pump matches the lines, but I did some checking around and the Explorer line will work perfectly fine. This is on a 2.3 Duratec, but all of the power steering pumps on any motor of Ranger use the M16 by 1.5 fitting, and the Explorer power steering line, high pressure, which is the only important one, that one actually fits perfectly fine. Not just threads in, but looping that up and over, it completely gets straight to where it needs to be. So I'll get into why you'd want to do this on a single cab Ranger like this one is. A single cab Ranger comes with a 4.09 turn lock-to-lock steering rack. So with a short wheelbase, they made the steering a lot less quick. On the Explorers, even though they have the exact same wheelbase, these Explorers, they gave them a quicker steering rack. In fact, it's a 1997 Explorer 4-door, or anything with a 3.19 or 3.25 turn lock-to-lock. You can check all of this on Rock Auto. I think I might have bought this one for a sport track, but you buy these remanned, they're less than $100, including shipping. It's a no-brainer if you're ever going to have to replace this rack. I'm doing this as an upgrade. I took out my 4-turn lock-to-lock, 4.09 turn lock-to-lock, and this is a 3.19 turn lock-to-lock. So basically a 25% difference. It's 25% quicker. So what you'd need for that is, for one thing, it fits perfectly fine. It's the exact same rack. All the bolt mounting points are exactly the same. I haven't put the shaft back on it yet, but they all fit. They're all exactly the same. You need the Explorer low pressure and Explorer high pressure. They're both M16 by 1.5. The low pressure one just has a regular 3/8 line that comes off of it that you can use. You can splice into with a fitting between it right there, and 2 clamps, preferably those nice high pressure ones. It's low pressure, so there's really no big deal about that. On my last truck, I actually had the original automatic transmission cooler. This is a manual, but I had an automatic transmission cooler off of the Explorer that I took the motor from. Since that's ATF and the power steering fluid for these is also ATF, it runs the same basically. You're able to run the low pressure line through that power steering cooler, or sorry, that transmission cooler, and use it as a power steering cooler. You don't have to have that weird thing under here. You free up a lot of space, and you can have it externally, which is pretty neat. You can either put it in the same place, since these have the mounting point for the automatic Rangers. You can just put it in the original spot and run the low pressure lines and just hide it well if you want to, or you can do it externally. It'll look kind of cool. I did that on my last one. But so you have the Explorer low pressure line and the Explorer high pressure line. And as long as it's for a 5-liter, it'll fit just fine. These have the same fittings on one end and the other. The Ranger ones don't have these fittings on the steering rack. They have pressure fittings that are held on with a plate. So you have to use the Explorer lines. But if you're in a single cab, 25% faster turn, especially in a short wheelbase truck, it makes it really, really darty. You can have it. And I just finished. Excuse me. I just finished putting it in, bud. So thanks. If you need to know anything else, leave a comment and I'll tell you about it. See you later.